So there was an iPhone that came out a few years ago that honestly changed a lot of different things that we expect from, Apple. And this was a very interesting thing because in my opinion, the iPhone XR was probably one of the more interesting devices Apple has made. I throw that word around a lot, but when I think of an iPhone that, Apple released that was a little bit all over the place, per se, and this was an iPhone that I think was there. This was a device that pretty much came out and it had a very, weird display from what we were getting before. It was kind of a little interesting compared to the competition, and it wasn't even a cheap phone either. But this iPhone ended up aging into a very, very decent iPhone, which ended up aging into a better iPhone. And year after year after year, that device actually ended up getting better and better and better. And when I look at something like the iPhone XR, it is easily probably one of the better iPhones you could have bought many years ago. But now it's still in an interesting spot where it's still pretty much worth it. And it's not even that bad of a priced iPhone either right now. And it's still supported with software. Now, the reason why this iPhone is weird is a few different things. One, when it released, a lot of people disliked it, including myself. But nowadays, I actually love this iPhone. There's not a lot of iPhones that I changed my opinion on that drastically. The iPhone XS, XS Max, I'm not still like super fond of it, but I have to like them because they're still supported with software. And there's a lot of iPhones, the iPhone 12s, kind of like the iPhone 14s too. Like I'm not like super shocked about them, or they haven't really aged crazy good in my opinion. But with the iPhone XR, this iPhone ended up aging a lot better than when it originally came out with, which is actually pretty crazy. But the other thing too is that with the iPhone XR, this was one of the first budget phones that we saw from Apple where we realized that they're probably going to end up keeping some sort of rhythm with this device. So it was like that new third iPhone. Before we were getting one, then we got two every year when they started making the Plus phones. And then when they released the XR and then they got into the 11, we realized they caught their rhythm with these budget phones, and they pretty much just kept releasing another budget phone after budget phone during this time. And that was something that was really cool, and it was really, really awesome to see. And when we have something like the iPhone XR now, it is honestly, although it's not like the best performing iPhone of all time, it is still really nice that we have this type of iPhone at this type of caliber, because we can actually go ahead and continue using this iPhone. We're still getting iOS 17 support. We're still getting a very good, performance for the most part. And it's a very solid device that I love a lot. So in my opinion, the iPhone XR overall is probably one of the weirder iPhones they've ever made. Although it's not the first iPhone I would recommend people to, buy right now, it is still very interesting that they did end up making an iPhone like this because it was just such a solid device. So overall, I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.